I'm going to show you how to create a navigational page that can be used as a home page or just a navigational page within a module. The way that modules are constructed in Canvas is fine if you are an older student or an adult learner, and you can kind of work through this list type of format here. However, if you are a younger student, that's a little more challenging. So we want to create something that's more visual. So the first thing that you need to do is create a new page. You can do that right in the module. And this is one of the few times when we're actually going to create a content page instead of an assignment. Click on New Page, and you're going to give it a title. And for this one, I'm just going to name it Sample Homepage. But you can name it whatever you'd like. You're going to add the item. And again, you're always going to want to make sure that you get that published, unless you absolutely are certain that you don't want kids to see it right away. Once you've done that, navigate to your new page, which will start out with no content. You're going to want to click Edit, which will open up your editing tools. You can change the title here if you want to. You can put in a header or an image or whatever makes sense. So you might drop that in here, but what I'm going to focus on is how to actually create the navigational portion of this. So let's say you put in a title and a picture right there. What you're going to want to do next then is you're going to create a table. And what I've found works best is a table that's about 3 cells wide, and you can make it as deep as you need to. And you're going to expand this out a little bit so that it's somewhere between 450 and 600 pixels in width. So the next thing you're going to do here is assume that you have pages created to navigate to. So I know that I've got some pages or some assignments within this unit that I can put here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up my assignments here so I can see what they all are. I'm going to use my fly fishing one. So I can click right there, and that drops in a text link that will navigate to that page. You can do that in each box for all kinds of different links that you want your kids to navigate to. Let's say there are some other pages or quizzes that you want to have linked directly to. You can also do that. Create those links as well. So that's what that would look like. Now again, this looks kind of boring. So, and if you're an older student and you can read this, then that maybe makes sense. But as a younger student, this probably isn't going to work for you. So what I would recommend doing then is finding some images that you can drop in. And the easiest way to do that is just to do a Google search for something that makes sense. So I'm going to look up fish here. I'm going to grab images. And this one looks good here. So I'm going to just come onto this, right click, and I'm going to copy the image. I'm going to go back to Canvas, come back here, and I can go ahead and paste that image directly in. I'm going to want to make sure that it's sized appropriately. So I'm going to bring it down to about 175-ish pixels. So that's that. I'm going to make sure that it's centered. And while it's highlighted, and if I forgot, I'm going to re-highlight it, you can actually come back over to the different components in your page, and you can link those directly to the image. So this is now a linked image. You can then also, if you prefer, you can then add text that goes with that. And you can make that linked as well if you so choose. So that's how you create a navigational page. Obviously make sure you click Save when you do that. And that'll make navigating a whole lot easier for your kiddos. You'll end up with something that looks a little bit like this page, hopefully. Each of these is a linked image that takes you directly to a module or a page. So if I click on this one, it takes us directly to Thursdays with Adam. He's got one block in here that takes you directly to that page. So that makes navigating a lot easier for kids.